Hello everyone, BigDos is here and welcome to another video. In this video we will be looking at a Theater of Pain plus 19 I did earlier as a Beast Mastery Hunter, and we're gonna talk about things that I do alright but things that I can improve, and well, if you are watching this, where you can improve maybe as well. So first off, we're doing the Raging Bloodhorn with the first boss, which is pretty nice, although it is necrotic and it is pretty dangerous for the tank. Well, I don't know if you guys noticed, I put a tar trap right behind me. Or not a tar trap, a freezing trap. And that is when the invisible guy comes out, then he stuns you. That way you can actually make sure to stun him. And this is gonna happen a couple of times in this run. So there you see, I throw a freezing trap right behind me and I make sure that I stand right in front of it. So when the ad appears, or like the fourth boss, there it is, it appeared, and it instantly gets cancelled. Because you can cancel it by either doing damage to it or by using stuns, fears, all kinds of interrupts, like a knockback effect. So it's pretty important to do that. But you have to make sure that if you use the trap right behind you, that you make sure there is no wiggle room in between. Because otherwise the mob can actually still stun you if it doesn't hit the trap. There, what I do, I see that someone else gets stunned, so instantly I use my intimidation to interrupt that cast or the attack. And besides that, this fight is fairly straightforward, although it is a bit difficult for the tank, because it is boss weak, so that makes it difficult, and two, it is also well, there you saw me, I was standing on the trap myself, so it didn't work. So positioning is key. But it is boss weak and it is also necrotic, and Desia the Decapitator is really smacking very hard on the tank, so also binding up the necrotic stacks. Here my one trap is still down, but it is in an awkward place, so I should be placing one down shortly. I don't have to do it because someone else got the stun on him, so I'm fine for a little bit. In this run I'm playing as a Night Fae. I really like Night Fae, I like the burst of Night Fae, and yeah, I think it's a fun Covenant to play. Also I'm running with the Night Fae specific legendary, Spirit of the Elder Antlers, because Theater of Pain is a dungeon where you have relatively a lot of small pools. Like 2 of the 3 wings have very small pools. So it is worth using Elder Antlers on mob week even, because the pools are so small. Then again, it's also boss week, and when it's boss week, it is even more important to play Elder Antlers, because you will be longer in boss fights. So yeah, spoiler alert, we're gonna be in boss fights for a very long time, and what might be fun before we continue onward, how many deaths do you think the party will have, and what is the highest amount of death count that one party member will have in specific? If you have a guess, it is a pug run, shit happens, it's fine, but it sometimes is a bit awkward. So if you have a guess, put it in the comments. Let's, well, not bash someone, but let me hear your train of thought, and tell me your horror stories of running in pugs, because this was definitely one of mine. But yeah, here we're gonna hold on to our cooldowns because this guy's almost dead, and we're gonna go into a 3-pack pool soon. Depending on if we are gonna go and pull the Tormented with it, otherwise it would be a 4-pack, but we are gonna do this as a 3-pack. And so here we really shine. So yeah, as you can see in the bottom right corner, we're gonna really top the meters here as well. Because yeah, this is our moment to shine. If you guys like this content, then consider leaving a like. And if you really like this content, then consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton. I enjoy making these videos for you guys, and I love reading your feedback. I love reading if you have questions for me. Also, if you guys have any feedback on things that I could improve, then please let me know, because I know it's far from perfect, and I really want to improve. There, I thought I was the one being targeted, probably because me and the druid were standing on top of each other. So yeah, I thought I was targeted, so that's why I walked away and also used turtle, because feign death on this like small portion is pretty difficult to time, especially because we are fighting on stairs, and normally what I would do is use disengage to increase the amount of distance between me and the executioner, and then when he charges there's enough distance for me to feign death. But here I can't really disengage because we're fighting on stairs, and so I chose to, well, first time I chose to actually turtle, but it wasn't targeted at me, so the second time I just got the bleed full into my face, which was a bit awkward, but okay, we managed to not die there. Healer is on point, so yeah, we were good. Um, and guys, yesterday or today, I don't know. No, wait, this is gonna release on Monday. So, last reset, the Mage Tower ended. Did you guys manage to clear it? I hope so. I hope you guys managed to clear the Mage Tower. Um, that would have been very nice. Here, well, you have the Spiteful Ads. What you can do is just throw down your Binding Shot um, when the Spiteful Ads uh, appear. That way they all get rooted. Everyone can move to relative safety. I chose to that mob that was standing there, that Spiteful Ad. Everyone needed to get past him, so I decided to use my intimidation on him to stun him. Uh, in case that he would target me or someone else who needed to get past. This is a bit awkward. My pets are taking a very long time getting here. I don't know why. I don't know what they were doing, if they're having a tea party, something. I don't know. So I decided not to use any of my cooldowns, not even Bestial Rat, because my pets took some time. And I decided to use everything on this guy. Um, yeah, it's fine. I decided not to use all my cooldowns when we had the big pack earlier, because it usually dies really quick. I don't know if that was the right call. It is what I went with, and well, it helps me clear this guy pretty fast. So yeah, there we standing in the blue circle gives us a lot of haste, and we already run with quite a lot of haste. So yeah, it's it's nice for our rotation speed. Also, we are running with Dagger of Necrotic Wounding. I didn't mention it earlier. I mentioned this in almost all my videos, especially when it's boss week. Dagger of Necrotic Wounding is a big part of your damage if you take it, and it's pretty important. So in boss week, really take it. It's a lot of damage. So yeah. Um, Here we go on to the next pack. This is, up till now, we're all doing fine and dandy. So if you guys betted on someone and you're like, well, I don't know, man. I don't know why you're complaining or what this run is gonna give us. You will see. You will see. And if you have a guess on where it will happen, that's even, if you manage to guess where it will happen and how many times he will die, I will not give you anything. But kudos. Let me know in the comments. Here I'm Hunter's Mark, the Portal Guardian. It's more of a reminder to myself. There the monk died, by the way. But I Hunter's Marked the Portal Guardian because Hunter's Mark reduces his overall damage. And so yeah, that is pretty important. Kill the Spiteful Ads. I'm casually walking by them. I should have killed them because you can't click the portal until you actually cleared them. So yeah. Make sure that you do that. Now we're onto the Nefarious Dark Speakers. what you can do as a Beast Mastery Hunter if you get, especially on the next one, you can get blown off the platform. You can easily disengage just to get back into it. It's yeah, it's an easy way to get back onto the platform. But yeah, I decided to use my cooldowns there because on the next platform those guys all die fairly quickly, and we are then onto the boss. So I hope that my CDs are back up by the time that we're onto the first boss. So if you get blown off here by a tornado, just jump back on. I decide to use my trinket here to make this go a little faster rather than holding it. I don't know if that was the best call. I am really screwing over that druid. That was not such a smart move. I had this debuff on me which drops these blue circles that you could see underneath my feet, and I was moving with the druid, not intentionally, but I was moving with the druid, and so every time I stopped or he stopped, I stopped, and so I dropped the a puddle underneath him, so he needed to walk away. Here you can see I start clicking, but you can't go through the portal. If you are smart, which I'm not, you should already be standing next to the portal by the time that the mobs die, and then you start spamming it. Then in the time that the mob like comes out of the corpse and shows up, that is the moment that you can click it. Here I'm waiting with my cooldowns just a little, because I'm waiting for Bestial Rat to come back off cooldown. And the moment that I have it, I'm still holding. Why is that? Because I'm waiting for this. I don't want my cooldowns to be used while I'm being like horrified, like something that was happening there. Also, and I'm not sure, but I think that if you are grabbed, that you actually gain a damage buff as well. So I have not actually checked that. Someone told me that. Here I turtled because I was getting quite a hefty amount of damage, and I needed to be standing in the hand, so I decided to turtle to reduce the overall damage as well. And yeah, we are currently doing 12.5k DPS on a single target, which is not too bad, I think. I think we're doing okay. Try and use a barbed shot before you get horrified. That way your dot will run for a longer period of time. And something I am not paying attention to as much is upholding my stacks, and I should be doing that. Let's put that forward first. But I am running with a little bit of a different setup on stats, and so I have a little less crit, which means less barbed shots. So yeah, I should be paying a little bit more attention to that as well. Sometimes dropping it like there, it's a shame, but it happens. It happens. Still, we're going pretty fine. I'm holding my trinket. I don't want to use it here on a execute damage, just on the little last part of this phase. Don't really want to use that, so I'm holding my trinket there. Here I almost die. Earlier on I got hit as well pretty badly, and I decided to use my 20% DR, which is survival of the fittest. That is also something that really helps in surviving in those kinds of situations. So a bloodlust pet, if you don't have to use it, it's sometimes better to not just use a bloodlust pet. Now here, this was a bit ballsy if you ask me, because he's gonna get a shit ton of stacks, or at least I think that he is getting a shit ton of stacks. And there my camera is not like facing the mobs, So yeah, that was a bit awkward, like trying to attack someone who's behind you, so then you don't actually attack them. But we are still damaging them pretty nicely. And I'm standing back into my little bottle there, giving me increased haste, which is nice. I think it's best to stack up, but yeah, this is a pug run, and so yeah, people don't really pay attention to it, and neither do I. I don't stack up as well. What I should have been paying attention to is these other guys. The tank currently, I don't think he has any necrotic stacks, but if he had a lot of necrotic stacks and I would have pulled these guys, thanks to just me standing wrong, and that would have caused a wipe or, well, made the life of the tank difficult, and that would be really bad. So pay attention to your positioning. I should have paid more attention to my positioning on that part as well. So far we only have 3 deaths, and yeah, it's okay. I don't exactly know which who died when. I think the monk died twice and the druid died once at this point. Not sure. We'll see at the end, guys. We'll see at the end. Here, I'm wasting my time attacking those mobs. I should not be wasting my time. On this guy, I should instantly Hunter's Mark. I'm not Hunter's Marking. When he walks in, you're not gonna DPS anyway, just until he is out of that room. So I should have Hunter's Marked him right off the bat. That way, I could have reduced his damage, like the slow ticking damage he does, making the life for the healer a little easier. It's something I could have done. Here I'm seeing that the rancid gas bag is almost at a point where we can skip, so I try and be quick, use my aspect there to hug the wall and run past. Because it saves a lot of time if you have to wait until he goes back around, and yeah, that would have been way worse. Here I try to stack up more because I was thinking on the earlier pool I was like I should stack up more to prevent those mobs from jumping all around the place, so I'm just gonna stack up more or less on where the tank is, and that way the mobs don't jump around as much. So guys, if you are still watching this and you like this content, then consider leaving a like and or subscribing to the channel. I see that about 90% of you guys do actually watch my videos but not actually subscribe to it. You don't have to if you don't want to. If it's not your cup of tea, you just like to see one video or just a part of a video and then you're done, fine. But if you do like it, then consider leaving a like. It helps me out a lot, and it is not that much of that much. There we go. That much work for you guys, and for me, it is quite important. The YouTube algorithm and stuff. If I want to improve and grow, then I could use that. All right. So we cleared that. I decided not to waste my time with those guys. Then I decided to waste my time. I should not have done that. And here something buggy happens. I always have to resummon my pets, or not always, but a lot of times I have to resummon my pets when I enter this room. And yeah, I love the fact that this tank decided to grab everyone and move them into, or the 2 mobs at the door, and he grabs them and walks into this room. Yeah, it's great because there were, for the most part, only 3-4 mobs into my wild spirits, and as you can see, we're currently at 20k. That is not something that we can easily do in single target, and this was not single target, of course, but normally you won't do that much damage. or at least not me. Maybe you're a god at Beast Mastery, and then let me know what I do wrong. But yeah, this fight is fairly straightforward. What I could be doing more is using my kill shot on the oozing leftovers, those guys that are standing there. I could easily just, you know, use a kill shot to kill them off. That would increase my damage, but yeah, it is not the most important thing, but it's something that I could do to improve. Here I got a little bit scared because I saw that the tank was getting smacked quite hard. But we are living, we are living. And try and dodge those hooks, of course. What you can do is, of course, also multi-dot or use your barbed shot on the oozing leftovers, but you're not getting the full duration out of it. On the other hand, overstacking it on Gore Chop is also not very useful. So yeah, that was a bit dumb. I don't know why I got hit there, but yeah. This fight takes quite a lot of time, so we have our cooldowns back up. I should be moving a little more forward and standing in my what's it called? Field of Blossoms. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing there. I got silenced. I ran into a hook. But yeah, we managed to clear it. And now we go up onto, well, not the last boss, but yeah, the second to last boss. And as you can see, we only have 3 deaths, so it's all nice and dandy. Everything is going fine. At this point, I'm like, alright, we're clearing an easy 19, and yeah, it's fine. And then the tank decides to do this. He decides to take both of them and group them up. And I thought this was a bit tricky, but I'm like, okay, it's not boss week, or it is boss week. It's not mob week, so maybe this is fine. Maybe this is fine. And yeah, it sort of is. That ricocheting throw. And I'm not doing that, by the way, but what I should be doing, you will see it soon. She will throw a cleaver. And there the monk dies again. So if you had your money on the monk, so far I think you're 3 to 1. 3 to, yeah, 1. 3 monk, 1 druid. He got hit by a whirlwind, by the way. But there you can see the red circle that was around the druid there. And what it does is she throws a cleaver at you. You can actually hide behind a pillar to not get the damage, and you should most definitely do that on mob week here. I am not doing it on this week. I don't really prioritize it. I should maybe be doing it, but yeah, it is fine. And so we managed to do these two. Also increasing the time that we have there. I threw a trap, and I on purposely trapped this guy so the patrol wouldn't move back, so our tank could just easily jump into the next pack. That's something I always try to do. And I keep my eye on the captain, because he's gonna do a demoralizing shout. If that costs go through, then our damage will be reduced by 50% for I think 6 seconds or so. So it's pretty damn important to kick that one. Otherwise this will be very difficult. I see the healer is a bit struggling, so I'm gonna stand in his Spirit Link totem. I saw that I also was not being targeted by the ghost, so I could be standing there. And now it's getting a bit tricky. It's a small corridor and there's gonna be ghosts coming out, so I decide to shortly walk past this. Am I so slow with this? I thought I was faster. Yeah, there we go. We blink past them and now I get targeted. And here we go. But then our druid sadly dies to the stomp because he was not full health. And he was standing very close to this guy. So we have to do this part. Yeah, there it was. 3 on the monk, 2 on the druid so far. This one also ricocheting blade. I tried to use feign that to cancel it, but she will still throw it at you. So yeah, that doesn't work. But I had time to try it out. And we have 12 minutes left, and we only need to do 2 bosses and a little bit of trash. So we have all the time in the world, right? Yeah. What I could be doing is also Hunter's marking this guy. But yeah, trying again, still doesn't work. And now we run, and I see that the healer's mana is low, so I just ask for it because our tank has a really high pace, and it's nice. But yeah, the healer was not really shouting or communicating on it, and so I thought maybe I could do it because I don't want to go into this boss without him having any mana, and we have 11 minutes left, so we have plenty of time. Or so I thought. So if you have Zev the Unfallen on your shit show card and wrote it down in the comments, then I'm pretty sure you're gonna win this. Because this is gonna be disgusting. Here on, first off the druid dies. Just gets smacked in the face by a simple line mechanic. It's not that difficult. I get thrown down, and luckily both my pets get thrown down. I usually, depending on who has the higher DPS, overall decide to, if someone is a lot better than me, I just, yeah, let them win. Here I throw my wild spirits in such a way that I know that if he jumps to the center, he will still be standing in it. But I also could be targeting the, what's it called? The pillar. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, bam. Monk is dead. Druid came back, by the way, because he got battle rest. Now we don't have any battle rests at this moment, so that is a bit awkward. He sadly got hit by the whirlwind. I asked for a battle rest because I hoped that there was one. Druid dead. Okay, that was awkward. He just got hit by a simple line AoE again. Now I get thrown down with the shaman, and it takes a lot longer for me to kill him. I don't know why. I think he has some healing on him still running. Yeah. So it took me some time to kill this guy, but I managed to kill this, and we are going back up. And now this is a bit awkward. Luckily we can disengage. Easy peasy. I don't know where the shaman is standing there in the middle. Bam, he's now also dead. So yeah. Luckily he can onk, I think it's called, and just get back up. And so we decided to reset because we don't have the damage to do this, so it's fine. What I should be doing now, and you will see shortly, I should be removing my pets. Because here I stand in it, I get hit once, I survive, I get hit a second time, I survive thanks to my wild spirit or my wild seed, and then he starts attacking my pets. And if I remove them, then this part would have gone faster. And here I'm not doing anything. And there he starts missing me for some reason, I don't know why. And so now I'm dead. Okay. Now we are at a nice 12 death count. And let's see, it's a tie. the monk and druid are now both on 4-4. Yeah. Sorry, I just have to laugh about it because this shit happens in M plus when you are doing it with pugs and feel so sad sometimes. But yeah. This is dangerous. I'm reviving my pet, knowing the fast pace of the demon hunter. He might as well pulled him while with me resting my pets outside of the room. And if that would have happened, then this was entirely GG because I was standing outside, and yeah, yeah, this fight is a struggle to begin with. Here I am thinking to myself like, oh, these guys are so annoying for dying so much to these easily avoidable mechanics, and then I almost get hit. Because yeah, that's something that always happens. So I'm lucky I get thrown into the arena again. I go up to the Moonkin. He doesn't really do anything at first, but he's gonna stay in Moonkin form. And I think he's starting to heal up as well. I don't know why. So eventually I decided, alright, yeah, your DPS is way lower than me, but maybe you have cooldowns. Because if we get out of this, then you get a damage buff. So I was like, okay, he's really trying this. But yeah. There we go. Healer dead. Bit awkward. And I don't know if we have a battle res. I think we do. Yeah, there we have it. A nice battle res for this. But yeah, again, someone died to a very easily avoidable mechanic. Here, you know what you can do as a hunter? It's fairly easy. Just turn around, disengage, or if you are Night Fae, which I'm not using mechanic-wise, but yeah. What you can be doing is using your soul shape. There the druid died again, and now I'm slightly getting tilted. Like the healer hasn't accepted his battle res as of yet. He's just AFKing it, and there he goes back up, and I decide to throw my wild spirits in such a way that I can really kill the banner quickly, and I'm lucky that where I'm standing that there was no targeting, because we are slowed of course. But yeah, the druid is dead again because of a simple line AoE in which he was standing. I'm trying to keep standing in my wildflowers of course, for the extra haste. And we just slowly keep on DPSing this guy. And there we go into the arena. I should have been playing Venter. After rewatching this, I'm like, I should be playing Venter, guys. Because if I was playing Venter here, then I would have had a lot of kill shields. Nah, would have been a bad idea using my Covenant ability on this guy. But oh well. And we go back up again. And we are lucky that the Demon Hunter is actually our tank is also dealing quite a significant amount of damage as well. Here we move out and we just start attacking this guy. So yeah, this is the most I did on Zev the Unfallen in quite some time. But yeah, we are eventually going to kill him. There I need to not get hit by the simple line AoE I was talking about, and here I could have soul shaped through the boss to be safe even quicker. Here I try to, I'm spamming my kill shot, but of course I can't hit him, and I'm just looking up, like not bothering really to kill the monk. And now we have all our cooldowns back up. And the last boss really starts to hurt, or starts to become difficult at 50%. So we still need some count. So what I decide to do is use my cooldowns on this pool, because I will have them when we get to about 50%, or at least that's the thought process behind this. Also, this is a very nice pull for us. So yeah, I'm trying to spread my barb shot as much as I can to increase our overall damage. And as you can see, we're easily popping 35k. Well, not easily, we're popping 35k at this moment. And yeah, we're clearing it quite nicely. The rest didn't have to use any of their cooldowns. And now we can do more Dratha with only 1 minute and 35 seconds left. With 14 deaths on the counter. On the counter? Do you say that like that? I don't think so. But yeah. Now she targets, and as you can see, the druid is just standing there, and I was like holding my heart like, oh, please don't let him die again. But he managed to stay safe. This was a bit of an awkward spawn for where the portal spawns. We were really on top of it, so yeah. That was a bit awkward. I tried to finish those guys off quickly, so they don't really keep on casting that bolt. And there, I just move in closer, and the druid manages to run through the beam and get hit again. But yeah, we're still fine. He's pumping out a lot of damage at this moment, which is very nice. And again, we get quite a bit an awkward spawn on the beam, but it's fine. This time we can just move out even easier. There I'm using my trinket with Bestial Wrath, of course, to combine them and have more damage, because I didn't want to hold both of them until my Aspect and Wild Spirits are off cooldown. By then I will have my Bestial Wrath probably back up again, and this will happen like now. And here I will just be using everything. Just dodge it quickly, and there the druid sadly dies. But by now we are already over time, so it really doesn't matter that much anymore. It's just, you know, feels bad, you know. But okay, there I was afraid I was being dragged in to the combatants that were like doing this duel together, and I thought that I was being dragged into them, and if that circle goes off, then I would probably die. So yeah, I used Turtle to prevent that from happening. And in the end we managed to clear the dungeon. Sadly not time it. But yeah, it happens. It is what it is. So yeah, let's see. I think I'm gonna pull up the damage breakdown shortly. But if you guys have liked this video, then consider leaving a like and or subscribing to the channel. It helps me out a ton. And yeah, do that if you like the video. There we go. 6 for the druid, 4 for the monk. So guys, I don't know what you put in, but the druid won this race. As you can see, Wild Spirits, most of the damage, then Barb Shot. I think Beast Cleave should be over Cobra Shot, but because there was a lot of single target, and considering the fact that we were in boss fights for such an extended period of time, I think Cobra Shot will eventually surpass multi-shot or Beast Cleave. So yeah, that happened. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.